Yesterday, Bungie put out the weekly blog post known as This Week at Bungie, and for the most part, I've seen people upset about it. I understand people being slightly upset by the fact that exotic weapon and armor sandbox changes are being pushed back, but the weapon and ability sandbox changes are still coming in March. Mayhem is still coming to the weekly rotation alongside with the fact that Rumble will also be returning. I also know that one of the big gripes is that Mods 2.0 is no longer on the roadmap, and the fact that the Nightfall Strike unique rewards are pushed back to March. I get these gripes, but with all that said, I see very few people actually giving props to the changes coming to Emblems, which I'm actually excited for, and that's what I want to focus on with this video. To give a breakdown as to what these changes are, I'll be using Bungie's own words. Emblems in Destiny have positioned as a vanity collectible, with a few exceptional and popular emblems that reflect noteworthy achievements. In D2, we started to pivot emblems more towards the latter example, by adding stat displays to some of them. Now we want to go further in the direction of emblems as a means of exposing achievement. First, we're exposing more stats on emblems and making those emblems more available to players who want to display those stats. For example, the Crucible emblem that advertised wins or KDA can now be obtained directly from shacks after 10 Crucible rep packages. We're also deploying a new emblem that advertises your Crucible kills, which are broken down by class so you can see who find themselves in your crosshairs most often. Secondly, we're collapsing auras into emblems and removing them as standalone items. This means that existing raid, trials, and new Nightfall emblems will provide the existing aura effects to players, and future emblems can also roll out with new effects. These auras are conditional. For example, you still have to go flawless or do a prestige clear to activate them. Some of these auras will come with fireteam bonuses, so when they see that aura over you, they know who is giving them that benefit. Lastly, we're introducing variants to some emblems. If an emblem indicates high achievement and lots of players use it, we didn't want that to mean that everyone looks the same, but we still want achievement emblems to be recognizable as such. Variants are being introduced to allow visible achievements without losing the recognizable identity of the emblem. Some variants are unlocked via conditions. The new Crucible emblem unlocks some fun class foe variations after you down 1,000 guardians of that class. Others are drops from sources like destination chests or nightfalls, and some of these might be quite rare. An example that ties all this together are the new Nightfall emblems, obtained by completing specific Nightfall strikes. These emblems display your highest personal score in that Nightfall, and in the future we hope to display your clan's highest score too. These emblems have several variants each, which drop from that specific Nightfall, but in some cases only above certain scores thresholds, and we expect some of them to be quite rare. And finally, these emblems enable the Purple Nightfall aura, as well as a fireteam bonus to Vanguard token drops, but only if your personal high score is above the par score. That will start off at a value selected from internal playtests, but we plan to adjust it based on the community's posted scores each time that Nightfall comes around. Now for me personally, I'm super excited about this. Not because of what is already here and what was mentioned in the blog post, but instead because of the potential this offers. This gives us, as players, a reason to do activities. While currently, as far as we know, this only applies to raids, Crucible, and the Nightfall, this has potential for making every aspect of the game relevant, at least somewhat. This could be applied to lost sectors, adventures, all the strike playlists, patrols, and even public events. To be completely honest, I see a lot of potential in this, and on top of that, we don't know what emblems will have these variants. We've only seen examples of 2, and I feel there'll be a lot more. Anyone that has played Diablo 3, for example, might see the same similarities to that of Paragon portraits, or the Diablo 3 season rewards from the seasonal journey that give us cosmetics such as wings and pets and stuff like that. If you play The Division, this is very similar to patches. When you can look at someone's shoulder in The Division and see that, like, that dude right there has done all the incursions and didn't die. That, you know those things because you can just look at them, and that is something that I've wanted in Destiny for a long time, and I'm pretty sure that I almost suggested this exact thing in a video in the past. Now, I'm not saying that Bungie took my idea and made it to the game. I'm just saying that I made the suggestion in the past. This was something that I wanted, and now it's coming to the game, and I see a lot of potential here, and it just makes me super excited. It just gives me a reason to go out and farm destination chests, because like I said, one of the options to get these variants is destination chests. I do patrols a whole heck of a lot anyways, and this just gives me a reason to go out and do them more for emblem variants. It's something to farm, it's something to chase. It's not a weapon, but it's something, and it's a step in the right direction. And if this is any indication of the direction they're going with this game, especially with the Nightfall unique rewards that are going to be coming soon, that they've pretty much confirmed are going to be unique weapons that we haven't seen before in the game, I'm all for it. But let me know what you think about these new emblems and the new variants down in the comments. I'll definitely be streaming the hunt for these when we have them in our hands next week, and if there's anything interesting that I discover, any interesting emblems that may be worthy of a video, I'll let you guys know in a video. And if you can farm for these and you can get them multiple times, which I doubt, it's probably going to be a knockout system, but if it's not a knockout system, well, then I can do a loot project where I can look to see how rare these actually are. Regardless, guys, that's all I have for you guys right now, so I'm gonna get out of here, say my name is Matt, and I'll see you guys next time.